Welcome aboard. I'm Ted Everingham, and this is Great Lakes Log from WMTV at the Grosse Pointe War Memorial. Well, welcome to Macomb County. We're on Anchor Bay at Belle Harbor to talk about a big event that's coming up in the end of July. It's called Aquapalooza. There are a couple guests here. On my left, Christina, who's the master of ceremonies and the disc jockey, who will be, we'll talk to her about her role here, and I'm sure that'll be very interesting. Pete Beauregard's been involved with this from the beginning. Pete, thanks for bringing the boat up here.
Oh, my pleasure. Great run.
Colony Marine. I'm sure it was. It was a great day. Did you come today or yesterday?
Yesterday. It was fantastic out there.
Wonderful weekend, just like the weather you're going to have in July.
You got it.
Pete, you've been involved with Aquapalooza, which, as I understand it, you're associated with it and have been from the beginning. Tell me about how it all started.
Well, back in '06, T-Ray branded the name Aquapalooza, and the concept was to have the largest on-the-water party in the world. And so what they did is coordinated all the dealers around not just the North America, but the entire world, and picked a weekend and said we're going to have an on-the-water party, and each dealer had an opportunity to kind of create their own event branded around this Aquapalooza. And so we had our Aquapalooza. We'd have started off with maybe 20, 30, 40 boats, and it grew to another 100 or so the following year. And the last couple years, we teamed up with Tonic and got UAW Chrysler to sponsor the event to take it to a whole nother level. And last year, I believe we had over 2,500 boats.
Now here it's a concert.
Correct. It's a free concert. You can only get here by boat, jet ski, wave runner, paddleboard, anything that floats.
If it
life
floats,
jacket,
you can get here, right?
And we'll have a barge set up. We'll have a big professional stage set up, and we've got bands set up over a 2-day period of time.
2 days, all day, July
27th and 28th.
Okay, I got that part. How many bands, Christina?
8 bands.
And your job here is what?
I am the MC host, and my band's playing as well, Kaleido.
Well, that's
so
good.
I'll be MCing both days and getting the festivities rolling and having a great time.
Tell us about the bands.
There are 8 bands total,
Mm-hmm.
and 4 each day, and then there's also a DJ each day. DJ Mark EP, he's fresh off the Kid Rock cruise. He's awesome. And we've got the Ark, the Meldrum Brothers, Jody Rafool, the frontmen, Hush, Chief, and Kaleido. So it's a really awesome spread of styles of music. So there's something for everybody. And
give me some examples.
It's going to be awesome. Well, my band Kaleido is a pop rock band, and it's very high energy and exciting. And then we have Hush and Chief, who are rappers. So we have that. We've got the rock and roll. We've got the rap. And then 50 Amp Fuse is an incredible cover band. I mean, they've got to be like the best in Michigan, I'd say. They're just out of this world. And the Meldrum Brothers are going to be doing hits from multiple decades. And let's see, who else is...
Jody's
Jody
is incredible too. Well-known band around this area. Does a lot of stuff over in the St. Clair Shores area at the restaurants and stuff over there.
Incredible guitar player, very talented. So I'm excited. I think that there's something for everybody, young, old, any age. It's going to be incredible.
Each band plays for what? How long?
Hour,
or just kind of
hour and a half per band, and then in between, as they're switching out the stages and that type of thing, the DJ comes on. So there's constant entertainment the entire time, and it's really a family-oriented type on the water deal. I mean, there's activities for kids to do, and but you know, when you're out on the water, and you're kind of wading in, and you wade up to the barge, and you see thousands of people out there. It's pretty incredible. It's like nothing you've ever seen.
And it's right out here in Anchor Bay.
That's right, right off of Maer Harbor. You cannot get here by car, so if you don't have a boat, go find a friend. You've got time to find a friend that does, or come and see me. We can certainly take care of that for you.
You could probably sell them a boat.
Absolutely.
Large, small, something in between.
Right, but it's
Test drive.
It's amazing how this thing kind of took on a life of its own, and then, of course, hooking up with Tonic and getting the UAW Chrysler sponsorship and Sea Ray's backing behind this thing for the years. Like I say, you start off with 40, 50 boats, and it's gone into thousands, and we expect it to be bigger this year.
It's pretty incredible. When you started, you said 2006?
Right, yeah, short period of time. But, you know, these things, I mean, if you go on to some of the chats from last year and see how much fun people had. And I mean, you guys just begged to come back this year for, you know, the bands all wanted to come back. They had such a great time. So it's pretty cool.
Christina, were you here with your band last year as well?
Yes.
And you were also the MC last year?
Yes, on Sunday. And it was, when we got here, my band was just like blown away. I mean, we've never got to perform to a lake, you know, with the boats out there and the people. So it's just it's like a really awesome experience all around for the people that are watching, the bands, everybody.
I'm just disappointed you're not more enthusiastic about this.
Oh my God, I'm like really excited.
So this is year 2 for you.
Yep.
Good. Pete, you expect all these bands, is that a traffic control problem? You must have a lot of cooperation from a lot of agencies to make this work.
Yeah, we sure do. We, you know, we have to deal with the authorities. You know, we want to make sure it's a safe event, number one. We want to make sure everybody has a good time. But the sheriffs, Marine Patrol, the Coast Guard, you know, all the different agencies. Macomb County has been phenomenal. They've embraced this as kind of their own party as well. So, you know, getting government agencies and the cooperation with the bands and safety divisions, the fire marshal, has been extremely incredible. And thanks to Mark Hackel and his staff for getting behind us. It's really made it a neat event for us to continue to partner going forward.
Yeah, we'll be talking to Mark about that in just a few minutes. What was the best part of this for you?
I would have to say getting to interact with the crowd last year. Everyone was so excited, and they're able to just wade up to the stage, which, I mean, that's not something that happens ever. So, I mean, to see the people in the water having the best time ever, that was the best part for me.
So if I'm getting the picture here, Christina, you're telling me that you watch this from the water, either on a boat or a jet ski or a canoe or something.
Yeah.
Or you can wade right up to the edge of the stage, because the stage this year is on a barge.
Yep.
Instead of on shore, so you can get right up close.
Yeah, as far as I know, the boats will be closer this year to the stage, and people can just wade right up to the stage, and it'll be very like close encounters with the bands.
One of the things that we're doing different this year is taking the stage out to the people, further by putting it on a barge. Last year we had it on land, and that worked out fantastic. But this year we're going to be right out with the boaters themselves.
So you're closer to the audience.
Right. Yep.
Or the audience is closer to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's going to be an island, basically an island stage.
Do you debrief after each one of these to figure out what went right and what went wrong,
Yeah,
and
we
how
sure
you can
do.
fix things?
We sure do. Fortunately, nothing went wrong. We're just taking it to another level.
Just fine-tuning, getting it bigger and better.
Exactly.
Good. Thanks very much.
You bet.
A couple new people have joined us to talk about Aquapalooza, and I suspect a lot of other things. My far left here is Eric Foster. You're the general partner, manager of Maer Harbor.
That's
right?
correct, yes.
Been here a while.
Yes,
Good
going on
friend.
30 years I've been here.
And
It's a long time.
You know how to find your way around. Thanks for having us here today.
Well, thank you for coming out. We appreciate it.
You know, most people won't recognize you, but they'll recognize Mark Hackel, County Executive for Macomb County. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on the program. We're really appreciative of you promoting this great lake we have here.
Well, it is a great lake, and you know, I'm down in Grosse Pointe, and you're up here, but it's our lake, and we share all that, and that's kind of why we're here.
Yeah, it's an exciting lake. We call it the gathering place of the Great Lakes waterway system, where Lake St. Clair is.
Well, and it's more than just the lake. You've got the whole, Clinton River watershed, which is over almost 750 square miles, and it's a lot of area.
Pretty incredible. And that river that runs through the entire heart of Macomb County, the Clinton River, but it's our main street, 41 miles of river that we're going to develop into kayaking, paddling, and other recreational sports. So we're excited about it because it flows right out here to Lake St. Clair, and again, creates better boating opportunities for guys like this guy so you can sell more wells.
Yeah, sell more wells. You must be excited about Aquapalooza again. It seems to be getting bigger and better.
Yes, it definitely is. I think last year we took a big step. Again, after looking at last year, we've made some changes. We want to get the band stage down into the water so it's more fan-friendly. We've got a good lineup of bands, and we're very excited about it.
You had how many boats gather out here?
I think they were estimating about 1,200 boats out there each day. So it was a large audience.
I can't even picture that.
Yeah, it's impressive. It really is. We were very excited last year. Weren't sure what to expect being the first year at that level and having it here, but it went off very well. We had almost nothing but positives on it. So.
Well, Mark, this plays in, and we'll talk again another time about the blue economy and all of that. But this must be exactly the kind of thing you like to see here.
It is exciting. When you think about Lake St. Clair and all the gathering opportunities that go on, whether people talk about the jobby nooners, the raft-offs, you got Metro Park, Metro Beach out here, Lake St. Clair, Metro Beach, if you will. Again, there's so many different things around this area that are exciting, and this is what people like. They like recreational opportunities. It's about fishing. It's about boating. But I got to tell you, out here on Poor Man's Beach, out in front of Macrae Harbor as well as Belmar Harbor, great gathering place. You see a lot of boats. In my experience in law enforcement after 30 years, this is something I truly enjoy. It used to be part of the Marine Division, but now getting to promote that. And this Aquapalooza event last year was absolutely incredible. It was so exciting to see this concert out on a waterway. And what they have planned for this year with Tonic as well as Belmar, having that band, actually the actual setting out on that water. I'm telling you what, the people that are going to be playing in this band are going to be so excited about it, and even the crowd that's going to be around that, it's going to grow even bigger and better than what it was last year.
How does this impact the county infrastructure, the sheriff, the fire, the public safety? Is that part of this?
I'm one of those when it came to law enforcement, whether
That's
it was
why I
on
asked.
land or at sea. Anytime there's an event, I was all about it. I think it's important, it's exciting. We need to help promote those things. Even as a sheriff, I promoted it. I didn't say, oh my gosh, it's going to be a drag because there's going to be somebody out there that's going to drink too much, there's going to be a problem. You're always going to have that element and that problem. But the reality is, it creates such a buzz and excitement for people. This is what people in the boating industry like. They like entertainment. That's what they enjoy their boats for. And to be able to say, you know what, hey, we have a concert here in Macomb County, Michigan, that is one of the greatest in the entire state, out in front of two of the biggest marinas in the entire state of Michigan, and to see a crowd that's going to be generated. That's my job now, is to promote that excitement. And I got to tell you, I felt it while I was here, and I'm one of those guys that's always trying to be excited about things.
Well, I could tell.
So
I can tell. I was going to temper your enthusiasm just a little bit.
It's hard to do.
Mr. County Executive.
Hard to do.
Yeah, yeah. You're not the button-up tie guy. You're
Even as sheriff, I
promoting
wasn't. We promoted the events that went out on this lake. We continue to do it, and I worked with Eric for many years from that law enforcement end. But we were here to try to figure out how do we make it fun, safe, without question, and that's why they're part of that committee to help really organize this thing so that all the safety features are in place, whether it's the people that are here to enjoy it or the people that are here that are actually going to entertain. We want to make sure the barge is safe and the environment is safe, and that's going to continue to be number one, the safety. But again, the enjoyment aspect is what it's all about.
Tell me about, we're primarily from Grosse Pointe. Now we have television, cable channels here in Macomb County that can access this program, Great Lakes Log. Let me try an idea on you. We share this lake. We in Grosse Pointe and you in Macomb County. It's our lake. How can we better promote these activities, both there and here?
You're starting to see it on a smaller scale. You look at competitive marinas such as Macrae and Belmar. I mean, they both compete, but yet they come together because they realize by coming together they can create events and features for the entire lake like this. And I mean, I'm proud to say that both Macrae and Belmar have been great partners to promote this thing. Whereas before you'd think, well, somebody wants to keep it all to themselves. They're not doing that. But when we talk about this great lake, 31.5 miles of coastline belong to Macomb County. But think about, what people really enjoy. Whether you're from the New Baltimore area, you're from the Grosse Pointe area, or somewhere down in Detroit, people love to see certain things. Can you imagine when they finally start building that bridge? I mean, it's a signature thing down in Detroit, or Belle Isle. if the Detroit City Council would have accepted the help from the state, what Belle Isle could be. I mean, there's still many things that can happen, and even the riverfront down in the Detroit area. All these things that we see out on our Great Lake, if you will, the gathering place of the Great Lakes, Lake St. Clair, are things that people love to be around, they love to see, and that's why it is the busiest freshwater lake during the summer months than any other lake in the entire country, any of the Great Lakes. That's why people come here, because they're entertained. So I agree with you. This is a regional asset. It doesn't just belong to Macomb County, Wayne County, Grosse Pointe, New Baltimore. It belongs to all of us, and people see it as one great lake to enjoy.
And Ted, we talk a lot about partnerships nowadays. And really the Lake St. Clair tourism was kind of founded by Steve Remius at Mac Ray and myself with the help of the county. And that's the whole idea. This lake spans a lot of geographic area, and we've even got members now from Canada. But that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make these events known to everybody on the lake. We're trying to promote Lake St. Clair, because it really is underappreciated right now. I don't think as many people know about the lake and what you can do here. And it's not just boating. You can come here and fish without a boat. You can come here and go to the restaurants and look at the lake. So it offers a lot. It's not strictly boating, and I think we've seen that, and we're trying to promote all the aspects of the lake right now.
Well, that's an important point, because you talk about the tour, Lake St. Clair, the Circle Tour.
Right. You're
involving people in Canada, as you mentioned, and along here, down in St. Clair shores, and literally the whole lake.
Yeah, we work closely with the Nautical Mile, for example, in Grosse Pointe. Yeah, I mean, in the St. Clair Shores area, in the points. So it's something that we are working together now, even though a lot of us are competitors. But the whole idea is to bring more people to recognize what we have in Lake St. Clair.
Well, you're all in this together.
We're all in it together,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we created what's called a Water Resource Advisory Council within the county.
Right.
I come to realize there's people sometimes underappreciate what we have here. As a kid, 18 and a half years of age, I started with the Sheriff's Department, got to patrol on this lake. I finally realized, I lived in Warren all my life, didn't realize or appreciate what we had out here. But after I patrolled it, saw it, felt it, touched it, experienced it, I realized, man, this is an incredible asset that we have that we sometimes really don't even recognize or we take for granted. So as county executive, working with people, we put people that are on this Water Resource Advisory Council from the federal level, state level, local municipalities, people that are special interest to help grow not only the water quality, but the water access and water attractions. And that's what this Aquapalooza event is all about, more of an attraction. So we're going to enhance that, and we're going to work with people that want to be a partner in this, that yet have subject matter expertise and to help dealing with these issues, but really just want to help enhance the beauty and the attractive nature of what this is all about.
You know, a lot of people on the lake here who don't think of the other parts of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And a destination like this draws people who think of Lake St. Clair as being something from downtown to 9 Mile Road. Draw them out here and experience exactly what you're talking about, Mark Hackel.
Oh, hey,
about the attractiveness of this lake, the diversity of this lake.
Yes. Yeah, and like you say, people are here because they fish all the time. We got one of the greatest smallmouth bass fisheries in the entire world right here.
And muskie.
And muskie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. Some of those events that are coming this way, you know, not to take away from Aquapalooza, but again, the entertainment part of it with bands or concerts, talking about people with raft-offs on certain, days or events, people that go to Lake St. Clair, Metro Beach over here. I mean, there's certain things, there's something for everyone out on Lake St. Clair, whether it's stand-up paddleboarding, whether it's kayaking, whether it's fishing, or just another beautiful boat like this here, that we happen to be on. There's something for everyone on this lake.
Agreed. So Aquapalooza is July 27, 28.
Correct.
It's a
Saturday and Sunday. Yes.
10:30 in the morning, something like that?
Start probably with the DJ about 10:30, and we're going to try to wrap it up 5:30 each day.
Each day.
Each day,
So
correct.
it's not cut off early on Sunday.
Nope, it's going to be the same. We figured keep the hours in that area. If you've got all those people leaving, don't make it after dark. I think from a safety standpoint, it makes a lot of sense.
It does. It
Yes.
does. So you got the same number of bands each day,
Actually, I think we've got a band or two more this year. So,
but each day it's
each day, correct. Yes,
four-
it's spread
four
out
bands
pretty much
each
the same
day,
way.
Spread
Yes.
out 2 full days, and the price is what I like.
The price is zero. You just need to be able to get out in the water in front of the stage.
I came here to ask about what if I don't have a big boat? I've got a 13-foot Boston whaler.
Any size, come on, come all. I mean, there's going to be room for you here, and it was exciting just to see the different types of boats that were here, crafts. Again, there's certain areas going to be cordoned off for people that want to. I tell you, what's exciting is actually thinking about how shallow the area is,
Yeah.
Closer to shore, and that's why they created the actual barge going out the stage, so that people are going to be using the sandy bottom as a dance floor. It's pretty exciting to see that. It really is. I mean, it's absolutely
unique.
incredible.
It's
Very
unique. Yep.
So I think we're going to get not just local attention. I think we're going to get some pretty neat nationwide attention from this this particular event this year.
It deserves it.
I agree.
You deserve it. You all deserve it. It's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of work.
appreciate it. It is. You know, it's a big partnership there. I mean, we've got agencies from federal, state, county, and local that are involved in this. And it's the only way we can put it on. There's a lot of volunteers that put in a lot of time to make this a safe, fun event.
And if you can imagine this, it was kind of exciting last year watching it. You know, I'm sitting there just watching Eric. You know, you think about all the stuff that's going on at his properties here. You know, trying to manage people, trying to deal with those events, trying to help organize the event or whatever. And yet he's standing there backstage, and I've never seen the biggest smile on this guy's face I've ever seen during last year's event. And you could see him actually kind of gyrating a little bit, kind of going with the flow of the music. He was absolutely enjoying himself. And he was so excited. The moment it ended, he couldn't wait to start for this year's event, and I give him a lot of credit. He really was. He was entertained by what he was able to put together here out on this lake. So.
Well, and Pete Beauregard says it gets bigger and better every
Yep.
year. You debrief and figure out how you can tweak things a little bit.
Yes, we do. We have a meeting afterwards, and part of the changes, like getting the band stage down into the water, are one of those changes that we made this year.
I told a friend I was coming out here to do a program about Aquapalooza. I said, yeah, you can't get really close to the band.
Oh yeah.
You fixed that.
Yeah, I think we fixed it, and again, looking at hopefully a little louder sound system, and you know, trying to work all those angles and make this as big as we can make it.
You seem to be doing it because the sound system was part of the distance from the band complaint that I heard this weekend. And so that's all good.
Yes, it's all good.
You cordon off areas so the little guys can get in closer than the big guys because otherwise they can't see.
Yeah, we'll have one a swimming area where people can stand. And then beyond that, we'll have one area cordoned off for the smaller boats, such as the jet skis or the dinghies, because they can't go in that roped off area. And then the bigger boats then can anchor off behind them. So, you know, hopefully everybody will be able to see and participate. And like I say, they can get off their boats and come up and stand right in front of the band. You know,
I don't want people disappointed, though. This is a watch from the water event.
that's correct. They
There's
need to.
no viewing area here on land.
Yeah, there's no viewing area on land. If they, you know, have a friend that has a boat, they need to get invited maybe that way to the marina. But they can't just show up to Belle, Maer, or Mac and Ray and expect to get in because, again, we've only got so much parking, and it's for our members and our guests.
Well, sure.
Or go see Pete buy a boat.
Yeah.
And then lease
Pete will
one
gladly
of the
sell
wells.
Strangely enough,
We're
Pete
here.
mentioned that.
See there?
Yeah.
You know,
And we do have both places, Mac Ray and Belle, Maer. If we have transient wells available, they can come and rent for
Okay.
the weekend. So, you know, if you got a boat and you want to come and stay the whole weekend, both at Belle, Maer and Mac Ray, they can do that.
And I'm glad you brought that up because last year that was a question. People were so excited about hearing about it. They wanted to figure out how do they actually see it by land, and we had to remind them, as you were trying to make sure people don't get disappointed. This is a water concert. This is a concert for people that have boats and want to be entertained, you know, by sea, if you will. And you know, those that have, you know, automobiles, they're not going to be able to see this event.
We're
So-
here to celebrate the lake,
Exactly.
to
And that's-
celebrate summer, to celebrate boating.
Right.
And by the way, everyone should have a friend with a boat.
That's right. It's the best way.
Best friend to have too. So,
Yeah.
I used to have a lot of those boats when I was at the sheriff's department.
Right, they all look the same though.
Oh, but I tell you, we had all kinds of different types. So
Did
yes,
ya?
it was enjoyable. Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, they're going to be out here. Tony and his crew are going to be making sure they're keeping it safe from the law enforcement.
You know,
end
I
as well.
really like your approach to this. We're here to help make it better, not to get in your way.
Yeah.
And the public agencies, the sheriff, and so
Right.
forth. Is that right?
That's the meeting we had, you know, prior to the actual event, you know, and then organizing it. That's what we talked about. Everybody in that room agreed that we want to see this happen. We want to see the excitement, create an opportunity for people out here. So how do we make it happen, but yet still keep it safe? And the buy-in from everyone, every level and every agency was really incredible to see.
We should probably mention, Eric, that that UAW Chrysler is your title sponsor.
Yes, they are. This will be their second year, and they're the ones that make this possible, because without their money, we couldn't have the professional stage and all the bands, and so they're the ones that really helped us make this big jump last year and continue this year.
They must have had a good time last year.
They did. They really did. I think they enjoyed themselves very much so.
It seems to me that this really does get bigger and better every year. I've talked to people who've been here in the beginning, and it's really grown a lot for something that only started in 2006, Mark.
Yeah, the only thing we can't account for, we're trying to figure out, who to make that call is the weather. But
Yeah.
last year we were very fortunate, so it's always contingent upon the weather. We were so hopeful that we have a great day. We did last year, and I tell you, the turnout was absolutely incredible, and I think just word of mouth, people being there, seeing it, touching it, feeling it, that is your best form of advertising.
Didn't
It's
we
gonna
make
grow.
the supervisor, Ken Verkest, in charge of weather this year? The meeting?
That's a heavy burden for that poor guy.
Well, end of July, I had a pretty good time. July
Yeah.
27th, July 28th, the odds are pretty good.
Yes, I think so. It's a good time to try an outdoor event.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And you couldn't ask for something nicer than Anchor Bay.
Yes, beautiful out there.
And instead of cursing the shallow water towards shore that we've all been doing for years, that's part of Lake
Yeah,
St. Clair
yeah,
and especially Anchor Bay, you found a use for
It's
it.
a blessing for us.
Part
It
of our
really is.
part of our dance floor.
Part of our dance floor. Yep, we got a water dance floor.
You do.
Yes.
You do. So, what would you say to somebody who's never been here before, doesn't even know where Anchor Bay is?
You're missing an absolutely incredible opportunity. As I mentioned, as a kid, 18 and a half years of age, I went up north most of the time for the lakes up there and canoeing and paddling on the rivers, and being introduced to it only because of work through the Sheriff's Department. Boy, I tell you what, I don't know why I was missing out on. And those are the things we're trying to create with our Water Resource Advisory Council, not only water quality, water access, and the water attractions. So giving people that access is so important, because the moment they touch it, they feel it. Again, they can't help but want to come back. So if they've got an opportunity to get on a boat, to come on out here, if they can start now to figure out how to get out there, they've got to come out here and actually see this to believe it. It's going to be incredible.
Yes.
And there are no bad days on a boat.
None.
It's the place to be.
Yes.
Appreciate both of you being here.
Thanks
with
for having us.
And,
Thank you.
Look forward to Aquapalooza, July 27, 28, mid-morning,
About
10,
10:30 to 5:30, about
both days, same
both
time.
days, same time. Yes.
And it's free,
It's free.
but you have to watch from the water.
Yes.
Yes.
It's Aquapalooza. It's a water concert.
Thanks very much for being here, Eric, and
Thank
thanks
you.
for having us here today.
I appreciate it. Thank
Look
you for
forward to
coming.
wishing you, I don't want to jinx this, but I wish you great weather.
Thank you.
Mark Hackel, pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on your show.
We'll do it again.
Thanks again.
Thank you. We'll look for you next time right here on Great Lakes Log.